First of all, the judge should try to interpret a statute literally, that is, based on the normal meanings of the words used. If such a literal interpretation is leading to an absurdity or a contradiction, then the golden rule must be used. The golden rule is where the judge will modify the meaning of the words in the statute to make the statute more practical and enforceable. For example, if there is a law which says that vehicles are not allowed inside a park, the word vehicle can refer to any device that is used for carrying or conveying persons or objects. So technically, not only cars or motor vehicles, but even bicycles, prams and roller skates are called vehicles. Since the literal interpretation will lead to an absurd outcome, the judge can use a golden rule to interpret the term vehicles. And the judge can decide that the word vehicle as used in this statute means motor vehicles, and therefore allow bicycles, prams and roller skates to be used inside the park. Now the golden rule has two approaches, a narrow approach and a wider approach. If the literal interpretation of the statute is too wide, like in this example where the literal interpretation of the word vehicle is becoming too wide to include things that were probably not intended by the legislature, then the judge can take a narrow approach and reduce the scope of the words used in the statute. Or if the literal interpretation is leading to an absurd outcome, then the court can take a wider interpretation to make the law more meaningful by increasing the scope of the words. The advantages of the golden rule are that it allows for flexibility, it allows for reasonable decisions, and it can avoid unintended outcomes. At the same time, a possible disadvantage is that the outcome of an interpretation is significantly influenced by the judge, because a lot of this interpretation process is left to the discretion of the judges. Also, there are no specific tests on when the golden rule can be applied and when it should not be applied. And sometimes the interpretation that is done using the golden rule may actually turn out to be different from what the legislature actually intended with the statute.